I think, one of the key differences is, when we design in the West, oftentimes, like you're saying, it's done for overall look and feel, beauty, look of design, whereas in Africa, a lot of the things that are developed out of basic need, simplicity, and function. What is it that that thing itself does, right? So when you look at a lot of the local makers, certainly at Maker Faire Africa, and the innovators, you're going to see things that were developed maybe by farmers in some cases. They don't look at themselves as inventors or innovators. They're farmers, and they developed a prototype basically, or something that solved, it was a solution for a problem they had, so they didn't think of it as design. They didn't think of it as, they simply built something that was a solution to that particular problem. Like, one of my, I guess, favorite examples from the first year too is the cell phone charger that's driven by the bicycle, right? So, these are people that at the time were spending maybe 25, 50 cents US dollars every time they charged their cell phone. Well, that's fine. There's no local power in a particular village. So what was developed it was a unit that attaches to a bicycle, and in the same time it would take to a charge via electricity, uses kinetic energy from the bicycle to then do a full charge on the cell phone. There's one example. I mean, another good example that I like, just functionality from a design standpoint, because I think in some regards it reminds me of kind of, I don't know, very high level, high quality design, was the full set of furniture that was made from recycled water bottles. I mean, the thing looks like a stunning piece of art, unbelievably well built, looks like anything you would buy in Europe, in the US, and yet it was built by a Ghanaian designer based on, seeing all the waste and the plastic water bottles that were just basically garbage and thrown out, and turned them into something that was functionally actually garbage, turned them into something that actually had incredible design qualities and was actually functional too. The link between mobile phones and education, I think, is going to have to be really finally, ultimately is going to have to be something that's built between teachers and students probably, right? So I think, because the students are already using the phones. They're already using them. Certainly, I certainly know in the United States, I would assume probably in a lot of places in Europe, where mobile phones in the classrooms are actually becoming what teachers view as distractions. So they're not looking at them as something that's additive to the process of education. They're looking at them as a distraction because kids are texting each other, they're looking up stuff on the web. So I think once the teachers and the students figure out how to use mobile devices to actually enhance the education, I think that's going to become an interesting experience. Now, that may not be something that's going to happen in the next year or two, because what's going to start to happen here in the next 3 to 5 years, you're having students now that are starting to graduate college that they're just used to that. They're used to the mobile devices. They're used to dealing with social platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and all these things where that's just a part of their daily lives. Well, when those now college students start to become teachers, maybe they're the ones that are going to start to figure out how to integrate the mobile and the web and mobile solutions into the teaching environment. So it's up to either the teachers right now that are particularly innovative in their thinking, or the ones that want to really work closely with students to figure it out, or it's just going to take those students eventually becoming teachers that will figure out how to do it too.